Hey guys, welcome back to the Bruce Williams channel. I'm excited about this watch presentation. You guys have watched my intro. You know we're getting a Lumed dial, new generation TAG Heuer Aquaracer in for presentation. Here's the watch, and I've got to tell you guys, I'm a fan of the Aquaracer. That's no secret. I've done multiple videos talking about what a solid watch it is for the price. A lot of watch enthusiasts, when they want to spend $2,000, $3,000 for the first time, there are a few things that are important to them. A good weight, good presence, a little bit of name cachet, good movement, good features. And I think the Aquaracer really hits a lot of those sweet spots. So I like the Aquaracer, but here's the thing. When I saw the updated generation with the octagonal markers, the Cyclops, I was like, this is a step, but I don't know in which direction. Is this a step backward? Are you making a mistake? Are you diluting what was a very strong offering that I enjoy? I had some reservations. But here's the thing, guys. I've tried to go into this presentation with an open mind, putting aside my preconceived notions of what I think a watch design could be or should be. Because who am I? Am I a watch designer? No, I'm a watch enthusiast. I'm just a dude with pointy hair that gets behind a camera, who loves watches and talks about watches. So I've tried to keep my own feelings objective here and just take a look at the merits. And so let's do that. In fact, the word that comes to mind as I've spent time with this watch is surprising. It's surprisingly fun. And surprisingly, I'm coming around to the changes with this latest generation of the Aquaracer. It's a fun piece. And so let's start with the details here. I'll place the dimensions on the screen and I'll talk about some of the highlights and lowlights of the watch because no watch is perfect. Again, I just want to present this in an unbiased way, but I'm coming around to it, guys. I like this watch. I think it's really fun. I'm enjoying the matte finish on this DLC treated stainless steel case. And notice how thin it is. Notice how trim it is. Notice how you don't see a bump here at the 6 o'clock on the crystal for a Cyclops. That Cyclops is integrated within the crystal form itself. And so that's nice. This is actually a little bit thinner, a little bit trimmer than my Rolex Submariner. And that's surprising. That's nice because it's a pretty substantial watch. It's a big watch and you have that feeling of I'm wearing a tank and this watch on wrist, it doesn't care about boundaries. It doesn't care about looking dainty or proportional. It just wants to be cool and in your face and individualistic and stylistic. And if you don't get on board, you can go jump on a lake. That's the type of feeling I get with this. You feel the weight. You see that aggressive nature of the matte DLC finish and how that ties in nicely with the matte ceramic bezel insert. And then you see the octagonal applied markers on this plank dial, this teak dial that is lumed. And it just has this awesome, balanced, aggressive look. And in low light, that's where it really gets satisfying. So you guys can see we have a bitone application. There is cyan on the minute hand, on the bezel triangle, and then everything else has the green tone. And I will say the cardinal markers are very potent. The handset, the sword hands here, very potent. The lume application on the plank dial, it's really good, but it does fade rather quickly after, about 30 minutes. And so that's not the best, but that's to be expected with this type of watch. Overall, the lume is so good, so satisfying. How's the tactile action? I'm going to be quiet here and give you guys a good sense of what it feels like. So just a hair amount of backplay, but overall, very good positionings, just a satisfying mechanical action. And I think it's among the best at $3,000 in terms of bezel action. It's not the best, but it's up there. I'd say it's more satisfying than my Omega Seamaster bezel, than Breitling bezels that I've tried. It's pretty good. Now let's talk about something that's, I think, a great move, and that is a new clasp here. It's also found on the stainless steel variations with the bracelet. It's not just found here on the Night Diver. But let me drop in some footage of how you operate this. You guys can see it's a good length. We have the new TAG Heuer signature on the outside. There's a push button release. You guys can see a milled center folding portion with a TAG Heuer signature. And then the side walls, you'll notice there is a circular button on both sides. You press that and you can slide the overall travel out. by a good distance. This is really good. And the thing that I like is that it's thin. It's actually a little bit thinner than the Omega Seamaster clasp with the micro extension system. And this actually has I think it's a little bit more travel than the Seamaster. So I really like that. You'll notice that the strap it's massive. If you're Bigfoot, you got large wrists, you can probably buy this stock and be fine. There's a lot of space here, and you'll notice you have to cut to fit. Now, I know some of you don't like that. I like it. It ends up making the overall profile thinner, and then you have that great travel, that adjustability in the new clasp, so you can get a fine-tuned fit, and you can still adjust it even with cutting the clasp. I like that. And again, I mentioned I like the horizontal plank or texture here and how that translates into the plank texture of the dial. Again, this is a surprisingly satisfying, fun model that I am coming around to. There's a couple of things I think are silly. Let's talk about that. One is the text placement. I see Aquaracer as, the text of prominence. It's the first thing below the 12 o'clock marker. And I don't know, like I mentioned, I'm just a silly guy with silly hair. What are my opinions worth? I don't know. I wouldn't have placed it there. I would have placed the Tag Heuer logo as the only thing of prominence on the north portion of the dial above the handset. And I would have taken Aquaracer, if anything. I might not even put anything else on this watch, but I would have taken Aquaracer and placed it down where the automatic is. I think we know by now these are automatic movements. I don't know. It's I think just tradition to label the water resistance and label automatic and maybe put the name of the watch on it and just fill space up. Fill the real estate of the dial, try to balance it out. I don't know that it's necessary, but that's one thing that I think is a little bit silly. And I will note that this integrated Cyclops, it doesn't do the best job of magnification. You get a little bit of distortion. You have to really look at it straight down, perpendicular, to get a good magnification. That's the case with a lot of Cyclops, but I've noticed the Cyclops on my Rolex models that I've owned have always been better than this application. So that's an area for improvement. But man, other than that, I love the fit. I love how thin it is. I like the tactile elements. The anti-reflective treatment is excellent. I love the ceramic bezel insert, the DLC treatment, the fitted rubber strap, the new clasp, the engraving on the case back. This is an overall very solid model, and I think it's a step in the right direction. A good direction. And I'd like to see a stainless steel version. I'd like to get my grubby mitts on one of those and do a watch presentation because I think it looks really good. It's a little bit shiny. It's a little bit blingy. It's definitely different stylistically than this Night Diver, which, big surprise, I'm tempted by. I like a lot of the watches I present. I'm a watch addict. And I'm kind of tempted by this one because it is aggressive. It is different. And I feel like it would fill a void in my watch collection. I have nothing like this, and I don't know, I like it. So maybe Richard, maybe we'll be talking price. I don't know. I'm going to recommend Richard at Saltzman's. He is the authorized dealer that lent this in for presentation, and I've been working with him for a long time. So thank you to Richard at Saltzman's for lending it in. He's among the most aggressive that I've ever encountered when it comes to pricing and discounts. He wants to help you out. He wants to give good customer service. So a link to his site will be in the description. Not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid. I don't get special discounts. I don't get anything like that. I don't get free watches, but I do get access to some pretty cool pieces from time to time, like this Night Diver. So I'm going to recommend Saltzman's if you're interested in purchasing a Tag Heuer. You can get a good discount. So that being said, what do you think? What do you think about the Night Diver? Has your opinion changed throughout the course of the video? Have you enjoyed, the octagonal markers and the integrated Cyclops and the changes that they've incorporated with this latest generation? What do you think? Is it a good step in the right direction, or are you unsure? I'd like to hear your opinions. Sometimes I don't convey my thoughts very clearly. These are unscripted reviews. I just talk off the cuff, and I make mistakes. So if I didn't convey something very clearly, let me know. If you have a question, let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'd be happy to try to help out if I can. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.